3B stocks to hold for the next decade. Why these growth stocks are built to last. What if I told you that 3 seemingly underrated companies could deliver massive gains over the next 10 years? Imagine discovering stocks today that could transform industries tomorrow, whether it's with AI-designed drugs, the rise of streaming dominance, or the booming satellite launch industry. These are not just companies, they're game changers. Hi. In today's video, we're diving into 3B stocks that are primed for long-term growth. Welcome to the Finance Savvy, where we make investing exciting and simple. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates and insights into the hottest stocks and trends shaping the market. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let's dive right in. 1. Recursion Pharmaceuticals, AI and the future of drug discovery. Let's start with the medical field, a space where the stakes are high and innovation is key. Recursion Pharmaceuticals, RXRX, is no ordinary biotech company. Instead of relying solely on traditional research methods, it has embraced artificial intelligence, AI, to revolutionize how drugs are discovered. Here's the game changer. Recursion uses a proprietary platform called Recursion OS, powered by 23 petabytes of data, to simulate drug discovery at an unprecedented speed and scale. While conventional drug development can take years of trial and error, this platform compresses that timeline dramatically. Think about it. What used to take a decade and billions of dollars can now be tackled in months for a fraction of the cost. AI in drug development isn't just a buzzword. It's becoming an industry megatrend, expected to grow at a staggering 30% compound annual growth rate, CAGR, through 2030. Recursion is at the forefront of this revolution, positioning itself as the go-to tech partner for pharmaceutical giants looking to slash costs and increase success rates. But it's not just talk. Recursion is already in action. With more than a dozen clinical trials underway, partnerships with major pharmaceutical players, and projected revenue growth exceeding 50% annually, this company is building a foundation for explosive long-term success. Sure, it's not profitable yet, but Recursion's potential to dominate this AI-driven niche makes it a beast stock to watch. 2. Roku, the underrated king of streaming. Next up is a stock that's likely already in your living room, even if you don't realize it. Roku. While Netflix, Disney Plus, and other streaming platforms get the headlines, Roku is quietly dominating as the central hub of the streaming revolution. Here's a wild stat. Roku now commands 37% of North America's connected TV ad market, crushing competitors like Samsung, Amazon, and even Apple. That means for every ad you see while streaming, there's a good chance Roku's platform is facilitating it. Why does this matter? The TV industry has undergone a seismic shift over the past decade. The number of U.S. cable subscribers has nearly halved since 2013, while Netflix alone has amassed 90 million subscribers in the U.S. and Canada. Streaming is no longer the future, it's the present. And Roku's tech has become the backbone of that ecosystem. But Roku isn't just riding the wave, it's driving it. As more households cut the cord, advertisers are shifting billions of dollars to streaming platforms, and Roku stands to capture a massive chunk of that revenue. Plus, with the global streaming market projected to grow at a 21% CAGR over the next decade, Roku's dominance in North America positions it as a key player in the global streaming economy. Don't overlook Roku. It's not just a device company. It's a leader in the streaming revolution, with room to grow as more consumers demand personalized, on-demand content. 3. Rocket Lab USA, the hidden gem of the space race. Finally, let's talk about space, a frontier that's no longer the sole domain of governments. Rocket Lab USA, RKLB, might not have the brand recognition of SpaceX, but it's quietly becoming one of the most important players in the satellite launch industry. Here's why. Not every satellite launch needs to involve a massive rocket like SpaceX's Falcon 9. Rocket Lab specializes in medium-sized, reusable rockets designed to deliver smaller payloads efficiently and affordably. Its flagship rocket, Electron, has already completed 58 successful launches, delivering over 200 satellites into orbit. But Rocket Lab isn't stopping there. The company is developing a larger rocket, called Neutron, capable of carrying even heavier payloads and reaching destinations like Mars and Venus. With reusable technology that's cost-competitive with SpaceX, Rocket Lab is positioned to capitalize on the 13% annual growth projected for the global satellite launch market through 2034. And here's the kicker. Rocket Lab doesn't just launch satellites, it builds them. Its technology powers over 1,700 satellites currently in orbit, making it a one-stop shop for satellite missions. From communication systems to lunar exploration, Rocket Lab is helping shape the next era of space innovation. Sure, the space industry is risky, but Rocket Lab's steady revenue growth, innovative tech, and expanding market share make it a compelling long-term play for patient investors. Why these three stocks are built for the long haul. So, what do these three companies have in common? They're not just riding short-term trends. They're creating the future. Whether it's AI-driven drug discovery, the streaming revolution, or the growing demand for satellite launches, these companies are perfectly positioned to benefit from long-term tailwinds. 1. Recursion Pharmaceuticals is transforming how drugs are discovered, saving time, money, and lives. 2. Roku is the backbone of the streaming economy, capturing ad dollars as the industry grows. 3. Rocket Lab USA is pioneering affordable, efficient satellite launches and space technology. These aren't just stocks. They're strategic investments in the next decade of innovation, connecting to ASML and the bigger picture. Before we wrap up, let's tie this into the broader market context. If you've been following my videos, you'll remember our discussion about DeepSeek's AI breakthrough and how it caused some turbulence in tech stocks. Companies like ASML and NVIDIA may dominate the headlines, but it's essential to zoom out and look at the ecosystem of innovation driving the future. The beauty of investing in stocks like Recursion, Roku, and Rocket Lab is that they complement the big players, filling unique niches with limitless growth potential. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the Finance Abbey for more insights into game-changing stocks and trends. Have questions? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to help. And stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore ASML's strategic dominance in the semiconductor industry. Until next time, happy investing. 3B stocks to hold for the next decade, plus ASML's unstoppable dominance in the chip industry. Imagine a future where your portfolio is thriving with high-growth stocks that outlast market turbulence, fueled by AI, streaming, and space exploration. And guess what? There's one company that's not only standing tall, but dominating the semiconductor industry with game-changing technology. Today, we're not just looking at 3B stocks to hold for the next decade. We're connecting them to the powerhouse of Europe, ASML, and why its position in the chip market is virtually unshakable. Hi, welcome to the Finance Abbey, your go-to place for stock market insights and investing strategies. If you love learning about growth stocks, market trends, and the companies shaping our future, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let's dive right in. Recap: 3B stocks for the next decade. In our previous video, we explored Recursion Pharmaceuticals, Roku, and Rocket Lab USA, three companies with massive potential to dominate their industries for the next decade. From AI-powered drug discovery to reshaping the streaming industry and conquering space launches, these stocks are built to last. And speaking of industry domination, this brings us to a critical player in the tech ecosystem, ASML holding NV. Without ASML, the technologies behind AI, streaming, and even space exploration might not reach their full potential. Let me explain why ASML is the linchpin of the semiconductor world and a stock you must keep on your radar. ASML, the titan of chip-making technology. Have you ever thought about what goes into powering AI, cloud computing, or the latest smartphones? Chips. And not just any chips. Advanced, cutting-edge semiconductors. Now, here's the kicker. The extreme ultraviolet EUV lithography machines that create these chips, they're made by ASML, the only company in the world capable of manufacturing this technology. Let's break it down. ASML's machines are like the brain surgeons of chip making. Highly specialized, ridiculously complex, and absolutely indispensable. These EUV machines are essential for creating the tiny transistors needed in advanced chips, which power everything from ChatGPT to Tesla's self-driving cars. But what sets ASML apart isn't just its dominance. It's the wide moat it has built around its business. Think about it. No competitors, unmatched tech, and a growing market for advanced semiconductors. ASML isn't just leading the pack. It is the pack. The DeepSeek threat that wasn't. Recently, there's been chatter about DeepSeek, a Chinese AI development project potentially shaking up the semiconductor industry. ASML CEO, however, dismissed these concerns outright, and for good reason. Let's address the elephant in the room. While DeepSeek may be innovating, it ultimately drives demand for more advanced chips, which directly benefits ASML. Why? Because the cheaper AI costs become, the more chips are needed to power the explosion in AI applications. And who makes the machines that produce those chips? You guessed it, ASML. In fact, ASML's Q4 earnings report proved just how bulletproof the company is. Here's a snapshot. First, quarterly revenue, 9.3 billion euros, a record high, beating expectations by 300 million euros. Second, year-over-year growth, 29%. Third, order backlog, a staggering 36 billion euros, locking in years of revenue. The semiconductor industry isn't slowing down. With companies like Intel and TSMC ramping up their production, the demand for ASML's machines is only growing. ASML's secret weapon, recurring revenue. Here's where ASML gets even more interesting. It's not just about selling those 200 million euro lithography machines. Every machine ASML sells becomes a cash cow, thanks to decades of recurring service revenue. Imagine buying a car, but every time it needs gas or maintenance, you have to go back to the dealer, and the dealer is ASML. That's the level of dependency ASML creates with its customers. In 2023 alone, ASML's installed base management segment, which includes service contracts, grew by 35% year-over-year. That's the kind of stable, predictable revenue that every investor dreams of. And let's not forget their latest innovation, the high-NA EUV machines. These machines are the Rolls-Royce of lithography, commanding higher prices and even juicier margins. The demand for these cutting-edge systems is proof that ASML is staying miles ahead of its competition, or lack thereof. Geographic diversification, a masterstroke. Now, you might wonder, what about ASML's reliance on China? Great question. While China has historically been a big market for ASML, the company has strategically diversified its customer base. In Q4 2023, China's share of ASML's revenue dropped from 47% to 27%, offset by surging sales in the US and South Korea. Translation? ASML isn't overly reliant on one region. In fact, they're positioning themselves perfectly to weather geopolitical uncertainties. Valuation. Why ASML is a buy. Despite its stellar performance, ASML stock is down 11% over the past year. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you saw a market leader with a monopoly growing revenue at 29%, trading at a discount? This is what we call a buying opportunity. At its current valuation, ASML is trading at a forward PE of 28.9x. That might sound high, but for a company with a dominant market position, predictable recurring revenue, and high double-digit EPS growth, it's a steal. Analysts are even projecting an annual return of 15%, including dividends over the next few years. Why ASML matters to growth stocks like Recursion, Roku, and Rocket Lab. Remember the 3B stocks we discussed earlier? They all have one thing in common. Their success hinges on advanced technology, whether it's AI-driven drug discovery, streaming platforms, or satellite launches. And what powers those technologies? Chips. ASML is the backbone of the semiconductor ecosystem, enabling innovation across multiple industries. Without ASML, companies like Recursion, Roku, and Rocket Lab might struggle to keep up with the technological demands of the future. Final thoughts. ASML is built to last. If you're looking for a stock with dominance, innovation, and growth potential, ASML should be at the top of your list. Whether it's AI, cloud computing, or the next wave of technology, ASML is positioned to thrive for decades to come. Again, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Finance Savvy for more insights into the world of investing. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore another powerhouse in the tech space and how it's revolutionizing its industry. See you next time.